2, 1. Hey everybody, I am Omega casting with Zero Lambda for the day-night show matches. Today we are casting the second match of Probe versus DeathRoW. So gentlemen, I would like you to tell us, as always, the league you're playing, the race you're playing tonight, the region that you typically play in, and finally, I guess Probe will appreciate this question, what's your favorite arcade map?
Oh, stop. Yeah, you first.
No, you first.
Okay, so Probe, NA, Zerg today, and favorite arcade map. The Thing Revival. Woo! Half obligated to say it, half just want to say it. So, yeah. You should go check it out. It's good. It's all deception-y and stuff.
There were a lot of versions of that thing in the arcade.
Yeah, there's like that's the revival pretty much specifies it. The other ones are basically flops. There's Parasite, but that's I don't know. It just doesn't have the atmosphere. It's not as dark.
Okay, all right. I'm DeathRoW. I'm Terran. I have no league right now, but I play in North America. And my favorite arcade map would be... I don't know.
Just say the Thing Revival.
Yeah, all right. Never played it, but the Thing Revival.
Okay,
Woo!
fair enough.
Hey.
I was gonna say, strictly speaking, you can actually include even more normal stuff like mono battles. They're actually arcade maps.
Like this.
Okay, yeah, Mountain Battles.
All right.
Wow, traitor.
That's the one that most people seem to latch onto actually so far. We'll see how that goes tomorrow. We'll see if I can get Threx to ask the same question.
This betrayal will not be forgotten.
Oh, throwing down the fighting words. Okay.
Betrayal can never be forgiven.
Well, I mean, cheesecake. Cheesecake's good bribe.
Okay. All right. So, map vetoes work the same as always. Send me rock paper scissors. And okay, don't make noises with my keyboard. It's supposed to be rock, right? I was just... He's typing things to somebody.
Did I do it wrong? What?
All I got from you was nuke. I'm struggling to interpret it. No, I'm just kidding. I knew you were
I
gonna
was
say
like,
that.
you forgot?
I need to make sure. I'm a thorough person, but yeah, we have rock and then DeathRoW one paper. So DeathRoW.
Oh, you've learned me.
DeathRoW, what would you like to do? Veto first or second?
Wait, I need to see the current ladder maps again. I forgot.
Yeah.
That was map. Okay. I'll veto second. Changing things up today.
I'm gonna go second. Okay.
Yeah.
So, bro, what would you like to take off the list?
Sorry, what map did he veto?
He didn't give it to you.
Oh, he gave it to me. I'm sorry. I'm like out of it. I tried to search up the pool and like now I can't find it, so now I'm just kind of like, you know what? What's the map I hate? Expedition Lost.
It's gone! Yay!
That's a good map.
To help you out there, remaining maps are Overgrowth, Secret Springs, Vani, Catalina, Deadwing, and Inferno pools. So, go ahead.
I'm gonna veto Secret Spring.
Okay. Taking off 2-player maps.
Now I've got like a tough decision.
I'm imagining the music from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire right now.
I think I'm gonna go with.
No. I was when you were sitting there and they were asking you the question. And it was like, dum dum.
Dee-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Let's go with Overgrowth.
Ooh, that's an interesting choice. Vanity Research Station.
There are no 2-player maps left. So your map pool is Catalina, Deadwing, and Inferno pools. What would you like to play on first? Pro.
Catalina.
And second, DeathRoW.
Deadwing.
Okay. Things stay completely in order. Kind of cool. All right. Well, that means we're set up to get started. So, but guys, as always, and we'll catch you afterwards.
I found it. I found the map pools.
Yay!
Woo! I did it.
Congratulations.
Infernal pools. That's the one I was forgetting. Okay, I'm ready to leave.
Congratulations! Now you get to play on Inferno pools.
And we're like,
That's okay. If ZBT, remember, I've said in the past, I like ZBT on this map as long as it goes into the mid game.
Oh, I hate DBZ.
I think this is that actually
Okay.
is a good point. I think it's
Being tired and
start a bit
fucking,
weird
yeah.
on this map. But
Okay.
Anyway, yeah.
All right.
As always, remember that if you lose, you don't have to come back for the post-game interview. We always appreciate it if you do, but it's up to you. So good luck, guys. We'll catch you in a bit.
Later.
Inferno pools.
It's possible this is a 2-0 and we don't get there.
Oh god, it is like the worst map.
I know, it's interesting. I'm not. I don't like it very much either. And it's not. It's just the structure of it. It's Protoss player in me. I look at the size of the ramp and how far away the third is, and I'm like, that looks like a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And then if you're close by ground, you could just die. There's not much you can do about that. But yeah, so I guess Bert got the hots.
He's got the hots. To his Valentine's Day, he's got the hots. Terrible joke. I'm sorry.
I started it.
Throw me under the bus. I won't feel bad.
It's the one with Kerrigan in it, right? No, dude, it's the one with Artanis. That guy. Herald of the Stars. Remember?
Alright. Checking to see if the players are indeed ready. 100%.
Stealing Zornage. He's lost his orange color. It's a DeathRoW.
Orange. How dare you steal my orange? Dark magic bars our way.
But the will of a Templar is stronger.
The will of a Templar is stronger.
Dude, we gotta play more of that.
Yeah, that
So
was hilarious last night, man. That was good. I
Every
haven't played.
time I reach the Templar, he gets funnier to me. And I
Why, Jonda? Jonda!
can never be forgiven. Then he dies. He
Betrayal.
jumps up in the air. The guy dies, and then he stabs the ground next to him. And
Or-
every time.
Or we have the case of what happened last night. He jumps into the air. It looks like he does a flying knee into his face.
Well, I mean, that would at least probably kill him. Usually
Probably.
when I watch it, he doesn't hit him, and I'm like, this is weird.
Yep. Hey, about Tree Fitty in the chat. How's it going, buddy? Another day night. Got a few of those around here.
Yeah, it is. It is DJ Burt. In the top center of the map, we have our Yellow Zerg player. It is none other than Vic Boys Pro.
And in the center left of the map, his opponent spawning is the Orange Terran. It is DeathRoW.
Okay, Catalina. Everybody's
What black magic bars our way? It looks like sharpened logs, dude.
They appear to have built a stockade. You can kill it with fire. I'm gonna stab it with my spear. You can do that. I rolled a 20. It shatters.
Oh man, he rolls a 20 every damn time. What a cheater.
There's 3. He rolls 3 20s. No. Now we're making D&D jokes. I'm like, I hope everybody's getting it. But in D&D, you roll a 20-sided die, and in some interpretations of the rules, a 20 is considered an automatic success. Now, granted, what this usually means when you have a normal DM is he waives that rule if it makes literally no sense. So, despite if you've ever watched Gamers 1 and you watch the thief steal the pants off of somebody in a bar because he rolls perfectly, your DM will probably not let you do that.
No, it breaks immersion. Very much.
It's like, wow, you managed to steal his pants. Now he realizes he doesn't have pants. Now he turns around and he's gonna punch you. Roll
Now,
initiative.
a friend of mine, I knew in high school, he likes to run campaigns, and he would always have the weirdest stuff when you would critical whiff. So you'd roll a 1, and I've heard stories about him making players in the game piss their pants in front of everybody, just because you completely failed.
So
Yeah.
for anybody who doesn't know, apparently Probe and DeathRoW play a lot. So take everything they say with a grain of salt.
Yeah, no, don't worry. There's no hostility here that we know of.
That we know. Maybe they hate each other and play a lot. I don't know.
Stop.
Would be man. But yeah, over in Pro Space, we're seeing a pretty normal setup here. It's gone hatch first into pool. DeathRoW is getting a Reaper, so they're actually going with pretty standard openers here so far.
Yeah, pretty good. Nothing too crazy fast. Probe expanded first. It's got a spawning pool on the way now. DeathRow's going to get an early scout off of the Reaper.
Looks like with his scout positioning here, I'm actually a little surprised that he didn't send this Overlord to the right a little bit. Got Splat Block. Good job, man. Gotta love that 24, man. I know how you feel. I got 50 for me as a Protoss, especially if I'm rushing somebody.
It's 52. 52,
Yeah,
that nasty number.
like, see, yeah, Zero knows what I mean. You get focused on the micro because it's a little bit after when the attack happens, and then you don't make the pylon, and you're sad, and then you do it again.
Yeah.
and you're really sad.
It always seems to be 52. That's when early game is mostly done. Rushes from Terran and Zerg are usually over.
Anyway, as I was going to say before, I got slightly confused with the Overlord. Given the timing he went down there with the Overlord, he knew that he was going to be on the left. So at about the time that the Reaper was going out to check bottom right, Probe was sending a couple lings over here to start being annoying. And it's doing a decent job of slowing things down a little bit, but not a terribly huge amount. This is kind of just testing the waters with either player, kind of scouting, making sure they're doing what they anticipate. There isn't really a lot that usually occurs as a result of either the Reaper or the Lings, other than for both players to essentially get permission from the other person to continue with their plans. It's like, you're not trying to kill me yet? Okay.
Yep, that Reaper did survive too, so he made it in, got all his information, made it out. Poised to check for the third, which is probably a smart thing right now. He's looking that way. He's like, that ramp. It's tempting.
Also, random side note, referencing something Loopy Lou was saying. I've actually considered running a campaign. I've never done it before. I would actually enjoy doing that, but it's a lot of work. I'm not sure I have time right now. But if I did, we could talk about it. Doesn't like running campaigns has very little to do with viewers and all that jazz. It's just get 4 fun people and you do it. But anyway, back to the game. Got a couple Hellions running up to the front now. See if he can knock the creep spread back a little bit. Might not be the best time to try that though.
Yep, Reaper Hellion's pretty good against Zerg. There's 2 queens, so they're going to shut this down pretty fast. Or at least make him wary of engaging.
So this is one of the things you watch for, is you see whether or not you end up with 4 or 6 Hellions here. This is a little thing I actually think goes back to Wings of Liberty in a lot of ways. But if this Hellion number climbs to a certain point, it becomes very likely that the person is not, this is not 4 Hellions that they're building so they can eventually switch into some other piece of tech. This you might be looking at mech. Now, as we can tell back in DeathRow's base, that's not what's coming. We do have a supply block. That is happening. Don't worry, DeathRoW. I won't tell anybody that I saw the supply drop. Won't tell anybody at all.
Supply drop.
It's okay. We've all been there.
Hellions at the front, pushing the queens back. They're going to run over here. They're going to find the third.
Yeah, he could damage this a little bit. He could hit the larva. Looks like he's actually just going to go for straight up fight with the queens here. This is usually not a great idea, but he has actually just enough to finish these guys off, and this is extremely, extremely bad for Probe. It's going to really cut a knife into his creep spread for a while. Might, maybe, be able to do enough damage to actually take this hatch out as well. Those you can see the defenses are starting to pile up for Probe. He's getting a Baneling Nest. Oh, I thought he was going to bide his time a little bit more, but he sends the lings and they all die.
Oh, not good. Lost every single ling there that popped.
Oh, no.
This hatch, well, it's eventually going to go down.
Uh-oh.
Clean up creep spread here. This SCV, he knows what's going on. He wants to clean that creep spread up too.
You know, I'm wondering if he's starting to consider just moving in, because he saw how many losses he took right there. And oh! Baneling Nest is not up yet. All of the lings die, and Probe just might die right now. I think he just doesn't really have anything to survive this with.
Yep, crispy drone, sizzle, sizzle. Here it goes.
No, wait, I take that back. Everything died. I think he'll survive this, but the damage is catastrophic here.
Yikes. Hellbats, just more.
No.
Transformation servos are complete now. They benefit from the medevacs, and these lings are doomed.
Oh, this is painful. Oof.
Probe was not prepped for this. Getting some triple hooks, morphing banelings.
Looks like Probe's going to build up some banelings, see if he can just clean this up and get some sort of insane miracle damage on his opponent's base. Oh, losing the Baneling Nest would suck.
That wouldn't be good right now, especially with my
Gonna have
upgrades
to.
half done. Ooh.
Ow!
Weird detonations there. Took out one of the Hellbats. There's still one here.
Yeah, this is like one of those weird situations where I guess if you have a medevac healing a Hellbat, it eventually wins a fight with the Queen. This is the sort of stuff you usually state after to your friends to make yourself look smart after you sat around in the unit tester for a while. Sometimes you get to say them as a caster.
Sometimes. Got a couple Hellbats here, harassing the third. Nice choke point there in the minerals.
No!
That's absolutely detrimental there. Oh, and surround
He's got the
quick.
Queen though, so he's able to pick it off. So it looks like Probe's finally stabilized. DeathRoW has a 20 supply lead. A lot of money to spend. He's getting his third up in the base right now. He's going to continue that SCV production. He's actually doing extremely well on worker production, higher than the Zerg at the moment, which is usually not a place you want to be.
Yep, macros doing pretty good here. A little bit of a supply block though again. There it goes.
Yeah, it looks like DeathRoW is not done yet. He's just going to keep hitting him, keep sending out the attacks. And the thing is, he sees the medevacs turning around. I wonder if that's a little bit of a tell for this. Oh my.
Oh my. He smells blood in the water, but Baneling's right there, morphing right in vision. I don't know if that DeathRoW is looking at this or not, but he'll find out shortly.
It's a solid enough hit.
Oh,
that's brave.
yikes.
Just kind of moving toward the Banelings.
Wow.
He wants him to ball up somewhere, either toward that base, where spreading's going to be impossible. All his Marines are gone. Okay. And that's going to kill the... Wow. Well, sometimes things just turn around like that.
Yep. The whole
And we're
force
back to
puffed.
having pretty close to even supply. The only thing that works in the Terran's favor is got equivalent economy. But, yeah, now there's a scary Ling ball with Banelings running toward him. I don't think he's going to be able to secure this third too easily.
No, probably not by itself. It's transferring SCVs right now, but these Lings are going to catch him out pretty easy.
Oh, there's Banelings coming up here.
Oh!
Those two Banelings are like, oh, never mind, they got shut down.
Shut down very fast.
Lings cut around, rejoin the army.
Mm-hmm. Cut
Really
around.
nice control from Probe. Well, I know he's going to look at this later and be like, I have great control. Like, at the moment, you guys are both apparently tired and played this game all day. So I think I'm factoring that in when I say it. By the way, octopus.
Yes, octopus.
Or is that a squid?
I'm pretty sure it's an octopus.
1, 2,
Squids are a little more elongated.
4, 5, 6. 6.
2, 3, 4, 5,
Seven.
6, 7.
That's 7. I'm assuming there's one on the other side we can't see behind his head.
Yes. Somewhere. Yes, octopus analysis over. Probe moving out again. There's a bio ball here, though, waiting for it. I don't know if this is... I mean, he's got enough banelings, but... Oh, maybe he'll spot this drop as it heads out. Splitting off some of the banelings, sending them up in by themselves, but it's going to get picked off pretty easy. Maybe not. Nope! Go right for the middle line! Oh, no! Oh! Owie.
Hits the mules, dents the worker count a little bit. And Probe is now getting up to more comfortable numbers for him as a Zerg player, 73 workers. Lots of lings still. And tech-wise, we're getting Burrow, +2/+2 for both players. And it looks like Widow Mines and mechanical damage upgrade would be siege tanks from DeathRoW.
Yep, more barracks on the way too for DeathRoW. He's going full production mode, keeping his minerals very low, doing very well in these couple bases. Probe moving to his 4th. Going to catch up himself. He's got a +1 flyer attacks on the way. 4 mutas coming out. DeathRow's drop here, camping outside the 3rd base.
Well, if he's ever going to have a good time for that drop, it's going to be now.
Yep, anytime.
Pack up, walk right in there. Probe's out in the middle of the map. There's sufficient creep spread out here to allow him to get back super quickly. There he goes. Yeah, he's not even going to pick up. He's just going to walk in.
Yep.
Reaction from Probe is in near instant. He's starting to run back right now. But it's doing a lot of damage.
Wow.
Hatchery goes down, and he can just pick up and fly out of there, except Muta's happened. So these guys are going to stay on the ground and sacrifice themselves for the cause.
Sure enough. 3rd's coming back up, but it's going to take a minute. A little bit of a stint in the economy there. DeathRoW moving his army.
Yeah, DeathRoW has a nice attack of opportunity that he can make here where his opponent he's lost a little bit of his production ability, so he's not gonna have as many mutas as he would like for a little bit. But his production has not been hampered, so he's bringing his unit force out here. He's gonna try and do what he can to the Zerg force right now. The thing is, if he doesn't split too great, this is gonna backfire hard. Here comes the Banelings.
Come on. Oh,
Widow
my
Mines hurt a lot, and they're dead. But here comes more Banelings. Well, he's trying to split. Probe's not taking the bait completely. So there's a lot of his forces back. And now the Baneling's gonna run in on the army, which is not split properly. Half of it is evaporated.
Yep.
While reinforcements, some of them are coming across. Well, no, actually they've stopped moving entirely. Oh, those are Widow Mines. Okay, I was like, that's strange. Did he stop command them? But yeah, this attack from DeathRoW has now been pushed back. Oh! Did he plan for that?
Oh!
That's painful.
Retreated over all those Widow Mines, losing half the mutas here.
Well, I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but it worked out.
Did work out.
Looks like DeathRow's going to get attack number 2 here coming up soon, as the mutalists will not be able to come out and do much to him for a while.
Oh, man. That was, that was pretty good on DeathRow's part there. Especially that one Widow Mine took out half the Banelings. And then followed up on the Mutalisks because they tried to chase, but DeathRow's moving out again. He's got a Thor now ready for these mutas. Oh, gonna catch these mutas off guard. Careful. Widow Mine moving a little bit forward while Probe isn't looking. More Banelings morphing.
Oh boy.
Bio Ball coming up here. No splitting.
Okay, he's noticed it though, and he's moving his forces back, trying to split them right now. He's doing a decent job of it. But they still get okay hits off. It doesn't obliterate the army as he would like. And DeathRow's trying to force the issue before he can get his next wave of Banelings fully morphed in.
Yikes. Oh, still detonations.
Yeah, I think DeathRow's slowly coming out on top of this. He's got 3-3 on the way. Once that's in play, it becomes very, very difficult to trade properly from the Zerg's perspective. Not to mention he has enough bank to keep producing this army for a little while. We have 15 more Marines just about to pop out. War on the way, no doubt. Beyond that, and now that he's pushed Probe back a little bit, looks like he's going to start poking his eyes out on the map as much as possible.
Gonna catch these few Marines off. Well, there we go. Gonna cut right down the ramp.
Ooh, go for the side flanking maneuver, which for the most part is actually turning out to be effective. He's trying to drag him over the Widow Mines, but majority of the army simply wasn't on top of them. Detonations don't do a lot to probe, and as a result, comes out a little bit ahead.
Yep, Overseer there too, gonna help help these Zerg units clean up the Widow Mines before they get to be too much of an issue. But Probe stabilizing, making more Banelings here. And DeathRoW going for his fourth base in this case, yeah.
This is a brutal fight between these two.
Yep. Pretty evenly matched. They know each other. They played quite a while.
Clearly. Well, let's see what's going on here. We have a fourth that's coming up for DeathRoW. Gonna be able to continue mining down here. It's getting some missile turrets built for our defenses. Mutalisks looking for an opportunity to go out and harass, but DeathRow's just doing it Polt style. He's not even giving him the option. He's coming over to the front of his base and telling him, nope, you gotta do this now. Some Banelings have run forward along with a few of a couple parts of the rest of the army. He's trying to, I think, get as many of the Widow Mines to go off as possible, and took out a giant chunk of the army in the process as well.
Extremely painful. I mean, DeathRoW can trade like this for a while, but eventually he's going to be worn out by the Zerg.
He's hit 3-3 though, and that means he's going to probably be able to make this place evaporate if he gets enough time in. He did not get enough time.
No time.
All of the things are dead. The Medivacs didn't use the boosters, and everyone died.
Yeah. All the
But
army
it's okay.
gone. Mm-hmm.
It's okay, because back here, there's reinforcements. In fact, there's still 82 army supply for DeathRoW. So he is essentially Polt. He is he's trading inefficiently with his massive bio ball with Widow Mines against the Zerg, and it's fine. He's just fine.
He don't care. He's like a Zerg Terran.
He's
Keeps
the Zerg
building.
Terran.
Keeps building them. Marines poking ahead, gonna get a scout off. And clean up the creep that just dropped. That's pretty annoying for Probe. Gonna get those Marines and that one middle mine cleaned up, so it won't be too annoying. The Muta's moving over. They're gonna try and harass this natural. Take out these gas refineries. That's gonna suck.
Oh, all of those workers are caught up right on that batch right there. I was gonna say, in a way, it'd probably help DeathRoW because most of them aren't doing their jobs anymore.
Probably.
Only 3 of those people mining on that mineral patch. The rest of them are like, if we all hide behind Bob, we won't have to work.
We got another medevac moving out here, the side of the map. Probe's going for this base, but this little drop's gonna find it. Gonna find it, probably before it's even done. That's if he doesn't decide to wait too long, that is. Marines moving out across the map. Gonna push right into this position at the 4th base. Ooh, they're gonna move into the choke. Gotta be very careful here.
I think he's trying to snag the Mutalisks. And he might get them. There's a lot of turrets right there. If he's a little bit over to the right, he could actually trap them entirely. But, small force tries to go for Probe space over here. Expansion attempt is going to be successful. It's going to be able to make that happen. And some of the Mutalisks have found a weak point. There's nothing here to shoot up at them, so they're going to kill a few things and get out of here. Ouch.
Pretty good pick by Probe, going for the 3rd there. Got a couple of CVs, maybe a structure or 2.
Both players now sitting at 3-3 upgrades. 2 mechanical, not for siege tanks as I thought, but for Thors, which makes more sense now that I think about it. And +2 flyer attacks for Probe.
A little bit of a micro mistake. Looked away from the Mutas. They got caught in the attack range of the the Marines and engaged on their own.
Ultralist stand coming out here for Probe. It's like he's considering beefing up this composition a little bit. See if he's able to do that. Small ball of Marines runs forward, tries to bait out some of the Banelings. He's going to do that. Doesn't get all of them, though. Vast majority of them are actually still back.
Yikes. A lot of Banelings here. Very yellow.
Oh, it's so bright. The power of the sun as it floats across the map here. Oh man, that Thor, though, is going to get some juicy hits. But the army is going to die for it. Yep. Takes out a vast majority of the Terran forces. Some of them at the back are still there, but the Zerg swarm just keeps on rolling. And DeathRoW asks for a pause at a strange time. Oh, he's like, ah. Mm.
So, pretty good. I think Probe's pretty much got this at this point. DeathRoW keeps losing stuff to all these Banelings, and Ultras are on the way. It's not going to feel very good. He's running out of Marines to sacrifice.
No, I mean, yeah. There isn't. I think he's finally traded badly enough that he's going to start taking some serious damage here. I don't think it's over just yet, but gotta wait for DeathRoW to give us the okay here. Are you experiencing any lag?
No, I'm not getting. I mean, I'm getting the stutter, but I think it's from the players.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a little bit of one. Looks like they're ready to go. DeathRow's gonna unpause.
Okie dokie.
Go back
Game
in.
continues. Probe's gonna back off for a little bit.
I'm gonna back off. DeathRow's got small breather here. Muta's gonna pull around.
Look at this.
What?
What are these guys doing?
Coffee break near the creep? I don't know.
And this doesn't strike me as a good vacation spot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not exactly a great view, and it's a little dangerous. Not the part of town they want to be in. Luckily for him, the swarm is currently preoccupied with being annoying with mutalisks.
Being
Oh
annoying.
no, gonna be dead mutalisks. There we go. Keep them alive.
Gotta babysit these things, make sure they're.
It's actually a pretty
alive.
good shoot. Majority of the force is off to the left now, but no, there's still some in the natural. They could run forward and try and do something about this. Muscle turret's being taken out. Oh, he's found one of his super supply depots. It's gonna burn down in a second there.
Boom, there it
Doesn't dent
goes.
his supply in the slightest.
You're just still trolling around here.
Picking off a medevac. Yeah, I mean, at this point, this is just one of those things where they're kind of in a stalemate. He can run back out into this space, but doesn't want to leave by running around the top edge just yet. And DeathRoW is just kind of trapped over here. Meanwhile, Probe's just building up his resources more and more and more, getting upgrades for Ultralisks. And soon he's going to be able to, probably in his next wave of army, start filtering those in. Some of the mutalisks die over the army in the center, though. And looks like we're going to see another engagement here in a moment.
Another pretty big one. Baneling's coming around the cliff. They know where these Marines are now. These are not split.
Nope, he's going to run over the Widow Mines and try and hope that he gets enough really good hits here. And it did not happen at all. The Widow Mines are not able to really even put a dent into the Baneling numbers. Entire army is obliterated yet again, and this time, Probe is building 54 more lings. Maybe one day we'll see the Ultralisks. Maybe he doesn't need them.
Supply.
Maybe he just doesn't need them.
Supply plummets for DeathRow. 76 to 30 now is army. And yeah.
Rebuilding it fast, not fast enough. Probe takes game one.
That was definitely over at that point. Just bled too much supply there. Alright, cool. Checking if the players need a quick break between games. Before we get on to the next game on Deadwing.
So they're going to discuss the game, I suppose, for a little bit here while they take a short break. Meanwhile, that was nice, though. I actually like games like that. A lot of back and forth action.
Yeah, it's a very good game.
Really, really flexing macro muscles as well. Flex. Flex.
Pretty good, pretty good. They're very evenly matched. I mean, that game, it felt like it could go either way.
It's interesting. I think they're both experiencing how they tend to, what tends to happen when they're tired. But it's like it's resulting in a more or less even game.
You know, it was very good. I liked it.
Yeah, Probe was saying like he wasn't splitting his banelings correctly. So I suppose like there's maybe another level of skill he could have applied there. I mean, he was doing a pretty good job not engaging with all of them at once, which if you remember back when like I initially started doing this style, that was actually a big problem a lot of Zergs had. Is they would lose too many of the banelings of the Widowmine hits.
Yeah. And I mean, we saw that a little earlier on, but DeathRoW couldn't position those Widowmines after that. The Overseers were running around with the Zerglings and the Mutalisks and stuff like that. So, alright, we're looking at Deadwing now. Game number 2, best of 3.
Yep. Okay.
Load her up. But yeah. No, I mean, a little earlier on, he was able to take out a chunk of the banelings with the Widowmines, but there wasn't a whole lot of Widowmine play there at the end. That would have been absolutely brutal. That would have been awesome.
Girthing pointing out as Protoss that he is quite indifferent. However, I mean everybody can empathize with the explosion of banelings on their units.
Oh god, that hurt. I'm quite indifferent.
Where'd he go?
Lost Mr. DeathRoW. Did I invite? There we go.
That's odd.
Oh,
there he is. Good.
He's in now. Okay.
Maybe he was doing that thing where just like a party join bug. But yeah, he could be like, "Yeah, hurt," but he's still relatively indifferent. I mean, yeah, it hurts to watch as a Protoss player. It's not the same as like watching a Protoss be unprepared for Mutalisks and watching all of his stuff die. That hurts on a different level. This is like, oh, that was a lot of damage. Whereas that's like, oh.
There's a huge difference. It's like, oh, well, that's wow, that's a lot. And then there's it's like a sucker punch. Alright, throwing out the good luck, have funs. Countdown from 10 here in game 2.
Yeah, they're both diamond. Chet, I think DeathRow was diamond last season. Yeah, I mean, if not, let's face it, guys, he is. I'm not calling him unranked. Even though that's strictly true.
Strictly, technically. You want to get technical.
Look, man, Face Hunter does require decisions of some kind. Doesn't mean I acknowledge them as substantial.
I decide to use my hero power. God. I hate Face Hunter. I'm sorry. It's absolutely annoying.
Yeah, well, yeah. Not too many people disagree with you. Top right of the map, we have here on Deadwing our yellow Zerg player from Vic Boy. It is Pro.
And spawning in the bottom right, the purple Terra in this game, his opponent, DeathRoW. Dropping map 1, looking to bring it back.
You didn't choose orange? Probe realizing that he actually had the opportunity to pick up his favorite color.
DeathRoW says, I'm purple now.
Didn't do it. No Ornage tonight. Apparently this is an inside joke. I could have been Ornage. Sad face. Happy face. Happy face, sad face. Happy sad face.
Happy sad face.
This. Let's see if I can make it. Don't worry, they didn't see that.
It's like Whiskers with sideways eyeballs. No, you know what that is? It's an angry sad face.
Sure, why not?
It's like,
well,
Gert.
Anyway.
All right.
Usual stuff on Deadwing. I'm not going to do anything insane here because it's huge and like there's a limit to reasonable dice rolling. So what I would like to say about that, I think, is both these guys just like their macro builds, and that's what they're going with. Pretty sure that's what we're going to see. So like, it's looking like the same thing as last time.
Yeah, pretty much standard opening. DeathRoW going for the wall off. He's got 1 gas. Gonna drop a Reaper, get a scout off in the beginning. Probe's gonna expand first, and then the pool should be coming out shortly. There we go. So same opener, pretty identical. how long it takes them to find each other as they've spawned on the same sides of the map.
Now, actually, looks like they're going to scout each other pretty reasonably here. I mean, he sees the angle of the Overlord coming down with this SCV, so he's actually rerouted it to go to top right. Meanwhile, Probe has also seen the SCV exiting at that particular time frame, so he should be pretty safe to conclude that his opponent is in the bottom right. And, yeah. So this is like the ideal scenario for a macro player. You send out your scout, you're not there a minute later than you want. You can see all the tech as it develops. You can see if there's anything sneaky happening. Or in the case of these two players, they can go in here and confirm that their opponent's doing the same thing he does in practice. So they don't have to be worried. Imagine this is a bigger problem in tournaments when you're dealing with teammates. Like, well, normally he does X, and he's really good at X. But what if he does A for some reason?
That makes me sad that, the Muslim left EG. I loved watching him and Huck play. I think I saw that one time. You got a TVP on your hands. Both very skilled players, but yeah. There's easy mind games to be had there.
Did he join another team, or is he moving on to other things?
I'm not sure, actually, if he's moving on to other things or not. I didn't see if he had joined on with another team, but yeah, he's definitely not with EG anymore. I love the Muslim. He's a pretty good Terran.
He's a pretty good guy. Actually pretty curious about that now.
Yep. DeathRoW dropping a factory. Gonna swap it out with the reactor, go with the Hellion opening again. Probe's gonna find out about this pretty quick, though. He's got an Overlord poised over the natural. Yeah, there we go. Lifting the factory now. Building a starport. Probe, on the other hand, just content to drone up here. There's really not much army supply for either one of these players, so definitely moving into a macro scenario here.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, he's not listed as on Team Liquid as being part of another team yet, but that's also kind of an incomplete entry, so meh.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody will pick him up. He's a very good player. I don't see why he wouldn't be. It wouldn't be difficult for him to find a contract, I guess is what I'm saying.
But in any case, here we have speed coming out from Probe, as well as a Roach Warren. Double evolution chambers, so it's going down the more standard-esque intentions of going to mid-late game. This composition, DeathRoW. That's this expansion up. Let's see here. Marine Medevac, looks like he's going down more or less the same route as last time. And I say, that totally makes sense to me. I think they both pretty much just talked to each other in the last game and were like, man, we made so many mistakes. Now they're going to do the same thing and try and do it better. Which I'd say, fair enough. Fair enough if that's really what's going on here. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything fancy from either player except Probe. It's getting a Spore Crawler.
Spore Crawler. You think he's waiting for drops? I think he's waiting for drops.
Yeah, well, let's see. He's got the tech for it. He's getting a Widow Mine. He's got it rallied over to where the Medevac and the Marines are. Could be.
Yeah, we could see Widow Mine drop. Could be pretty. Ooh, yeah. Here we go. One Widow Mine with these Marines up in the Medevac. Boosting forward. Probe kind of smelled this, didn't he? He's got a Spore Crawler at each base. There won't be any sneaky stuff behind the mineral line. DeathRoW moving out across the map. Probe going for his third base. Got a pretty good creep spread going here with the double queen thing. And plenty of lings. Lings are pulling out, though. Probably not the best time to leave. He's going to need the defenses back home. Overlord spots it, though.
Well, yeah, that just gives him a little more time. I mean, he's only positioned at the front of the base. He can't actually move back. There's a couple of Hellions running to the front, and I think these guys are going to try and distract him a little bit. They did. They bought an extra second or so the Widow Mine will get into the ground. Hasn't actually gone off yet.
Ooh, so close. Oh,
I think he was trying to retarget it until he could hit the lings. Didn't quite make that happen. Just within vision range of the Spore Crawler, so he was able to kill it.
Yep. Very well defended by Probe. DeathRoW pulling out. Survived with 4 Marines and a very, very injured Medevac, but a little bit of damage done. He got 3 drones. Widow Mine went off on him, but
Lost 12 units to get 3 drones, so it's a bit Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Definitely not the ideal situation.
no, I think Probe is a little comes out of that in slightly better shape. Also, DeathRoW. Noticing that his supply is a little bit lower. He's actually going for a much faster third this time, trying to go for an economy advantage. Hope his opponent doesn't try and exploit it. I'm just going to ask for a pause again. Experiencing lag over there for whatever reason. Well, to be honest, we're getting swamped with snow. I can't imagine it's any better for them. Their infrastructure might be getting a little bit pulled around over there in Canada.
Yeah, it's possible. Being snowed on, everybody's stuck at home on a Saturday night. You know, everybody's playing games, streaming movies.
I know, right? Horrible. What? No.
Or you
Real
can answer a
life.
phone call.
Or is it just fantasy?
Oh man.
Easy come, easy go.
Easy come, easy go.
Nah, it's a thing. It happens.
Yep. DeathRoW apologizing, not necessary. What's going on here? Asking Probe if he's prepared for the unpause. Answer for the go-go, and we're back in. Yep. As you said before, DeathRoW dropping his third a little earlier than last game. Definitely going to come in handy. Probe's massing up Banelings again. You know, Bio kind of gave it away with the drop. He knows Bio's around. It's good to have Banelings on hand.
Bio everywhere.
Bio everywhere. Yep, that... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to think about just in general, there isn't really a lot of mechanical stuff happening. Obviously not for the Zerg ever. And maybe a little bit for the Terran, but vast majority of the units just Bio. Bio.
Pretty much. Yeah, he mixed in a little bit of mech last game. The Hellions were a good choice, but I don't think they... Early on, they were good versus all the Lings, but once the Mutalisks and the Banelings started coming out, they were kind of didn't want those around in your army anymore. A little bit of waste of space, supply, and stuff. The Probe moving out to the middle of the map. He wants to poke in here.
No, this is the time to do it. I don't think DeathRow's economy is quite kicked in completely. He's getting there, though. If he waits much longer, he's going to lose a nice opportunity to hit him.
Yeah, don't want to dilly-dally. Here he goes. Gonna run up the wrong...
Oh, yeah. Probe's getting ready for an assault. More Banelings coming up. Now he's going to run up the ramp. He checks. Sees the size of the army. Does not see any Widow Mines, but they could be there, and he doesn't know that. So he's trying to hope he'll come out here. Actually engages the Banelings head-on. Takes some losses. Splits okay. But there's too much Zerg.
Too much Zerg. The explosion's taking out all the Bio here. Widow Mines.
Widow Mines get there at the end to let the team know that they did in fact do their job. After it wasn't relevant anymore. Good job, Widow Mines.
Good job. Is Probe taking the opportunity to expand as his supply advantage?
He's tending to retreat up to the watchtower while sending a Mutaball in on the right. It's going to flock in here, and there's nothing to defend against this at all. Of course, he's above the production, so there will be a quick reaction from the Marines that are coming out of these barracks. However, not before he loses something around a 7, 8, maybe...
11, 12.
How many?
Ooh, 12.
15? No, 12. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, there we
12
go.
down. Barely. I don't think he got maybe a single muta.
Nope.
That's
0 mutas in the units lost tab. Very good.
Excellent attack by Probe right there. There's also very minimal defenses on the other side, so if he wants to continue this assault, it's more than possible.
Definitely. His 4th base is up now too, so they got the little bit of extra larva income's gonna kick in eventually. It's got 40 more supply than DeathRoW.
I look over to the right and go for Muffins here, and exactly when he enters the chat, there's a nice string of caps from every single person in the chat.
The caps are contagious.
As a rallying cry of Covert Muffins.
Rallying cry of morning dumps! Shout out to morning dumps. Oh, Muta's gonna catch some free medevacs off.
Oh,
Yikes.
nice pick. be able to heal up. We're being bruised. Oh, there's a couple mutas, though. That would have been bad. Thankfully, does not happen. But Ling's pouring out and forward. Starting to hit the units. This is actually much better. Well, it was better until that last Baneling hit happened. Oof.
Yep, DeathRoW learning from last game. He's brought Widow Mines with him. A few more this time.
I think it was mostly just a positioning thing. They weren't with the first group running forward. They were usually at the back, which is fine for retreats, but, well...
Well, now they're all gone. Yeah.
Another army being produced back at home. Is he recovered as far as the economic damage is concerned yet? No, actually, DeathRoW is sitting at 47 workers, which you need about 60-ish, maybe 65. I can't remember the exact number off the top of my head for a 3-base economy. So it's actually you're actually looking at somebody who's about two and a half production capacity right now, and taking a lot of damage and making that even harder to do.
Yeah.
Drop them down to 41 workers. Ow.
Yeah, with as slow as a reaction time he's got lately too, it's just Probe's picking apart his mineral lines. That's forever.
This
forever
is just
damaging.
a hard map to defend against this kind of play, I think.
Yep. The base is out. The mineral patches are facing toward your opponent. That's not where you want to be.
Uh-oh. Bringing Ball is trying to move forward here.
A little dicey.
Probe's spreading out a little bit. Try and get a better fight with them. He's sent some units forward to try and trigger off the Widow Mines. Does do it. He knows that up to where this dead pile of corpses is, he knows it's a pretty safe location, so he's sending in another group of units to try and do some more damage. Check for more Widow Mine explode. Triggers another one. Still from the same group. There aren't any more in here, though. But still, it still pays to be cautious, I think, here.
Yep.
It's kind of a dangerous thing to just run into.
Yep. While he's running this mini contain too, he's opted to, expand to a 5th base. Gonna bring these Mutalisks around.
Oh, this is painful.
This
If
is
he
gonna
moves the
hurt.
army out to react to this, which he's going to feel like he has to, then the rest of the Baneling Zergling Ball just runs right in. If he doesn't react to it, though, he's going to start losing production. He might lose these upgrades. He does have some Marines coming back here, though, and that's a little bit scary. So here comes the frontal force. Moves in, doesn't take a lot of damage from the Widow Mines, is able to essentially obliterate everything. He splits up into a bunch of corners. Kind of ran out of room there. Everything died to the Banelings. He still has some forces here, but he's killed everything mining at this base. Done a lot of damage, and now he's just going to bug out and reform the army.
Yeah, pretty good pot shots here by Probe. The that move was awesome. Gutted the main base. Mutas coming in there.
Damage.
Oh, all the damage.
All the damage. Picks up the
Ooh.
Thor. Thor dies in the medevac, and that's GG.
Probe takes the match. 2-0.
Yep. No Inferno pulls.
Good, I hate that map. Even watching that map is painful. Oh. Cool.
Okay.
Alright, would you message Mr. DeathRoW, please? He's not in the party. Fortunately.
Well, I already said my bit at the beginning. He knows he can still join in if he likes.
Okay.
Hello, bro.
Whoa.
Still sound kind of wiped out, which I imagine makes sense after those 2 games.
Oh god, the first game. Oh god. I thought it was over. I was just like, well,
There it
let's
is.
fucked up the build, whatever.
Okay, so, first off, as always, thank you both for playing this evening. We'll get to talking about the games in just a moment there. I actually do have one question for you guys, which is kind of not game related, but still curious. So we're getting kind of like, I don't know what the technical term is, mounds of snow dumped on us. Is that happening to you too?
That happened last week to me. And
I think I'm getting that now.
we
Well, I mean, we just saw that happen in the first game.
yeah, we just saw that happen.
Okay.
But one thing that was nice though is that we ended up shoveling our neighbor's driveway when it was Like there was a lot of snow, but there wasn't a shit ton amount of snow.
Right.
And then when the shit ton of snow came and we were out of town, they did it for us.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so it was just a double win.
Yeah, that's good. But yeah. Well, anyway, not important. I know. Let's talk about important things like the games. So first one, Catalina. Yeah, talk a little bit about what happened in this game. We'll start off with Probe, and then we'll go to DeathRoW.
Well, I wanted to go for, just the standard opening, and somewhere along the way I butchered it, and you arrived at my base with immense amount of units, and I had, like, what, 4 Zerglings? Something like that. And then one queen had almost, like, full energy, and I was like, transfuse it, heal the queen with a lot of energy, right? And I'm like, wait, the other queens don't have any energy. But in my big fumbling mess of trying to transfuse the queen that was the only one that was able to transfuse, I lost it, and that pretty much just solidified all the queens dead. And then things just spiraled out of control. The one thing I was a little bit concerned about was I actually thought you killed my 3rd base. I thought it was done. And I think that if you'd stayed out there and killed it, I would be in a really, really bad position. Because from that point, I could have just droned up like I did and then made a comeback in the game. Like, I'm curious, like, what was your perspective on that? Like, what happened for you?
I knew I couldn't. I didn't have enough firepower to finish the 3rd in time, so I just went for drones. It's the only thing I could do, and I sniped quite a few. I don't know. I did better in the first game, and then the second game, I don't know. Second game was really disappointing for me.
I kept trying to move out on the first, on Catalina there. I kept trying to move out with my couple, like, 6 or so mutalisks, but every time I'd move them out, your army would just come back to, try to, like, attempt another push on me. So I was just like, God damn it, I'm getting no harass done.
Yeah, I have to second that, Probe. I actually thought you were dead there too. I was looking at this. I'm like, this is an insane amount of damage. Holy crap!
Yeah, the 3rd base. What happened there is if he had harassed either the 1st or the 3rd, I probably wouldn't have been able to make a comeback. But I was left to drone pretty alone for a little bit, and that let me just survive.
Yeah.
One thing that, like, if I were to say that you could improve upon, I would say drops. When you attack the front, drop a medevac in my main, and that forces me to bring a ton of my army. It costs APM. Decision making goes a little bit wonky because I'm thinking about more things. Like, one medevac, even if you drop the Marines and take the medevac out of that drop is just so annoying to deal with.
Well, all right. Anything else you want to throw in about that game, DeathRoW?
Well, for the first game, I think I could have ended it there. I have a feeling I could have ended it there after that first push, but instead I decided to go for 2-2 timing. Except I didn't hit that mark because when I saw you actually had an army by the time I had 2-2, so it was really sad. And it didn't work out. First game didn't work out in the mid game.
Yeah, I tried something I don't usually do, which is not be completely fucking greedy with my redroning. I ended up getting some Lings and some Banes before getting drones, and I was pretty proud of that.
Actually, that's where you got lucky, because if you redroned, I would have ended you.
Going to be.
Yeah, I don't know. Near the end, I think the first game would have went longer if I had if it didn't lag, because my splits were very subpar. And then the second game, yeah,
it seemed like you were trying to rely on retreating over the Widow Mines, but either they were just not close enough, they weren't getting the right hits. Plus, Probe had his Banelings really nicely spread out. I mean, not nicely. They were spread out, so they wouldn't have all died to the Widow Mines in any case. So it was nice.
There was nothing nice about my splitting. It was pretty
there.
bad.
It was there.
It was there. It existed. That's
by
good
virtue
enough.
of it being there, that was good enough. Yes.
Yes, existence is good.
But
sloppy.
But yeah, I mean, it was pretty much. I will say though, it was an exciting game to watch. It was pretty much like a constant fight after a certain point, and those are always exciting. But we had
you guys
games
got to watch the fights with the glowy banelings.
Yes, almost everywhere. I love that change. That's like my favorite thing. So happy they're not.
Yeah, I got supply block too much. way too much. I know for a while I was at 161 supply for quite a while.
I knew it was
And
supply blocked, and I tried to do something with the pros do, where you just ignore the supply block because it helps you like remake your army, like throws the judgment off the other player. And I don't know if it worked or not, but I didn't make 7 overlords, which is good.
Yep, that worked out. Anyway, game 2.
Yep.
This is on Deadwing. Anything you guys want to talk about with this one?
I tried doing a Maru build, 6 Marines and 1 mine, and then just constant drops, but it fell apart because my APM, I guess, I don't know if you guys saw that, but I was fumbling a lot with my barracks and my factory. I was unsure what to do. I didn't exactly remember the build.
The only thing I was confused about in that game is how I had an overlord sitting in your base for like 2 minutes, and I'm just like, I should scout again with my second overlord, and I just see my first sitting in your base, just kind of like chilling in there. I was like, oh, this is a great scout.
Hey, boss. Hey, boss. I'm still alive. Boss?
Yeah, I was just like, I should probably get him out of here because that's cost efficient, right? Because I won't lose him. I started moving it away. He immediately saw it. I'm just like, I should have kept it still. But yeah, with the drop, you would have noticed my sloppy APM. I tried to... Here's my mouse accuracy for you. I tried to dodge the Widow Mine by drawing fire with 1 ling, and it didn't work. And so I decided, okay, I'll just pull a couple because obviously that 1 ling died too fast. And then you saw me move my lings back and forth a shit ton because I was trying to move them back and then select the front one, or sorry, the back one. But because I was moving them back, it ended up selecting them all.
Yeah.
So then I did that like 2 or 3 times before I was like, fuck it, just A left click. And then it worked. Things happen.
No, because my mine, I was trying to do the mine trick where you confuse a mine and...
Oh, did you unburrow it?
No,
Boy, is that...
I used
the retargeted as well. If you do it
yeah,
fast
that's what I was
enough.
trying to do. I was clicking on 2 drones like continuously, and then your army came, so I'm just like, not gonna work. And then it hit drones anyways. I hit like a few drones, but still not enough.
Yeah, I was watching Life versus... No, it was like Scarlet versus TY or whatever, and TY ended up unburrowing his Widow Mines because he didn't want them to fire, and I was like, that's pro right there.
Yeah,
That was
it's
pretty good.
easier than the retarget thing because you have to do it like within its attack.
Yeah, it's like, what, just like 0.5 seconds or something.
I mean, you can do it. It's just
Yeah, it's a little bit more APM intensive. You can't do other things or whatever. As for my plan for that game, I ended up screwing up the build. I took my 3rd a lot later, which wasn't good. But it worked out in the end, so I was pretty happy with that.
That sucked.
Those mutalisks, though.
No, the saddest part was I knew this mutalisks were coming at me, and yeah, there's a lot I could have improved on the second game.
The second game, I have no idea how I managed to breach you there. Because, like, when I was going up the ramp to your 3rd base, I didn't expect that to work. I just wanted to put some pressure on you and just, force out some stuff.
I wasn't paying attention to my main. I was paying attention to the mutas, and then your army just came in, and I'm just like, oh, God.
Oh, yeah, that was planned. I was like, okay, let's see if I can actually draw the mutas, draw his army over here with the mutas, and it worked, and I was pretty happy. I was like, yeah. Strategy.
Yeah, you guys should put me against someone easier. Oh man, 'cause that was sad.
You can give it another shot, I think. You guys you're not as far matched off as you might feel like you are right now.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
You sure? I feel pretty bad right now.
It's you. Don't worry about it.
I blame work in the morning, but
Even in the
played all
case, even in that case, like we've only got 1 best of 5 left.
Yeah.
So like if you're not feeling happy,
You got time. It's got 2 weeks. Don't worry about it.
start practicing against Probe. That's basically what we did in the past 2 days.
Sure, why not? I mean, I can't speak for Pro, but no, I don't want to practice with you. But anyway, okay, that makes us more or less done as far as the evening is concerned. Do you have any final comments you want to throw in there, Zero?
Shout out to Morning Dumps.
Right, Covert Muffin's here. Hey, Covert Muffin.
Yeah.
Is he still here?
I think he is. He's somewhere. Yeah, not looking right at the stream right now, but no, I like the even match. You guys did really well tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you for playing.
Indeed.
No problem.
Gotta work on my TVZ.
Shout out to all
Anyways,
the
thank you guys.
shout out to all the Lings and Banes that died in those games with the Widow Mines. I ended up, oh god, I went up the Deadwing ramp and a Widow Mine locked onto my guys and I thought it was on a certain clump. So I pulled a big chunk of the army away from like 3 Lings. It ends up that it was targeting the big chunk, not the 3 Lings. It was just like, fuck. Killed them all.
Well, all right, guys. Let's wrap this up. Tomorrow we have probably 2 matches, maybe a third if I can find somebody to play with Loopy Loo.
Oh,
Those
boy.
will be casted by Threxor and most likely Covert Muffin if he's willing to do it. Talk to me later, Covert Muffin. Oh, wait, no, he's in the first game, so he's not going to be casting that one. I'll probably do that one. But in any case, I'll see y'all tomorrow.
See you guys later.
Later.
Later.